The 12D viewer. Okay. Okay, that's it started. It's a very lightweight program. It's no more than about 6 or... Is this actually working well, everyone? Yeah, okay. It just seems to be coming and going. It's probably only about a 10 or 20 megabyte executable. It's very small. At this point, you just point at a standard 12D model project as you do per 12D model. I guess I'll go to something a little bit exciting or simple and just pick up a super duper tin. I guess that's SDT. And we'll just open that up. Okay, and that's now started. We'll go, okay, this project had no views in it, so it's going to just create a new perspective view. Rumour has it there's a version that can do plan views also, so that it's not just perspective. And we'll just go and add our super tin onto the view and do a fit. Okay, now we'll just do a bit of an orbit, and there's the data. And apparently there's nice little controls up here. You can click up here and go, let's go show the contours. And there's just 3 simple intervals. We're trying to keep the viewer simple rather than having complicated panels. We can just say, look, show as many contours as possible. Apparently you've got to slide it. Or, as many as possible, few as possible. You can also show the right wireframe over the top. And we can say, if there's any rasters, let's go and also draw the rasters. Let's just take that wireframe off. And so as we navigate around, you can see the viewer drawing both fast contours and the texture that was attached to that tin, typically for visualization. And if we zoom in far enough, again, you can see the various textures on the road. And you know, as a viewer goes, there's not many other things you can really say about it. You can add and subtract other models, etc. Now we may, let's just...
What size was that? Is that small?
That's just a very, very small project. If I go to, we'll just go back to the old one we attempted to show at the, I guess at the last conference, which was the sort of almost the preview of the viewer, which was pipes, pipes, pipes. This one has, again, I think this was an arraying job from Noel Davidson, and I never know what, we'll just add a new view. And let's just go and add on some data, I guess. I have no idea what I'm adding on here. So, and we can just keep adding more and more stuff. So it just keeps loading data, and then if we jump into orbit and zoom in there, maybe I should maximise the window because we've got heaps of pixels available, and we just can scroll in and orbit around, and so all the services there just like 12D, but all of the data for this project is all up on the GPU. Now, in the case of these particular computers, if it's got just an embedded Intel GPU on the Haswell chips, then those chips actually don't have GPU memory, and they use main memory for all of this storage. If you use the dedicated or the discrete NVIDIA card, which we're doing in this case, they typically now have 1-2 gigabytes of RAM as a standard. So that means we can start loading up significant size projects onto the GPU, and we've been using some analysis tools from NVIDIA to show that we're pretty much now maxing out the horsepower that's on these various GPUs with the viewer.
What size is that? What was pipes plus pipes? I can't remember.
I'd have to go and load it up in 12D model to do that, because obviously the viewer doesn't have all those fancy tools of how many points. But
I think this particular one, when we load up in 12D, it takes about a couple of minutes to rotate. So you should have loaded into 12D first, Al, to show.
I can go do that. Let's see. He's trying to set me up for failure. You can just deviate from everything I've just written down and planned. And sorry, I didn't hear that. So Lee wants me to start up 12D. Oh, Jesus Christ. I'll do it this way. And he wants me to navigate over to, I don't know why I went to that project. Now, did anyone see that? For the big prize of Lee's very expensive car, as first prize, did anyone see something different? It's sort of like, was it Finding Nemo or Spot Larry or Spot...
Where's Wally?
Where's Wally? What's different about 12D up there? That's an inside job. That is not fair. Yes, he is right. So you get a very, very old, was it Max the Magna? You'd be lucky if you can drive it as far as Brisbane to actually bring it home. Yes. Did some cleaning up so that the start window has, and it also has this extra information about which version are you running, because I think us as support people always are asking, what version are you running? So now we actually display that. Well, that was underwhelming in terms of response, wasn't it? Jesus Christ, what a tough audience.
Of course, the main thing we're showing there is those things are all hidden away in a tree. That's the main thing.
Sorry? Look, it is, but you also actually get the actual physical executable time and other details which, if you then dump the output window and send it off for a support issue, it's now all there. And then we have the actual loading project, and so all the setup files are better grouped together, and then the actual general information about other shit. There's always a lot. That's the best technical term I can come up with at this point in time. So Lee's complaining about being just a little bit sort of, I think everyone's worked very hard during this conference, and
but has anyone shown, I think yours is the only version that actually has it so it comes up as a tree.
Yeah, it was hidden away from me. It was checking for my login name, and so it's the only one who can see it.
So in the output window, instead of the stuff coming up as about 1,000 pages of friggin' data, we can load it into a tree there, so it's all just in
2 lines.
All together in 2 lines.
Now, when you can't search through that, you need to talk to Richard. Yeah, hang on, let's dial him up. Where is he? Oh. Now, how did you manage to sit down there whilst you're supposed to be up here with me for the viewer? I totally forgot.
So now we've got to try and find where this project is.
Oh, that's right. We're going to pipes.
Now, most of you would start 12D by clicking on an icon. And you go into recent projects, but not a programmer. You noticed Alan fired it up from a command line. We haven't used that since 1991.
What am I looking for again? I've forgotten.
Pipes.
Pipes. Oh, Jesus Christ. I don't even know where that was. Hang on a second. The IT person didn't install Synergy on this computer, did you?
I didn't think you're allowed to use it.
I'll get the viewer back up and look at the path. That's exactly what I was doing. That'd be even probably smarter. So, pipes, it's under 4D test viewer. Of course you can copy. Look at that. That technology, this 12D model, it's just so advanced.
Normally don't send programmers anywhere without a chaperone. Someone who actually knows how to run 4D, 12D.
And he's saying, I don't know how to friggin' use it. You're still so last century. Okay, so this is pipes in 12D, and we're going to go to view new OpenGL perspective, and then basically out on most of the same stuff. Again, technical term. Now, to be fair, you can see it's struggling. I'm wheelie mousing and it's really struggling. Yeah, what the heck, I'm adventurous. Let's go under settings. This is a perfect time to introduce some changes that are in 11 to try to draw things faster. We now have a concept of a drawing engine. At the moment, it's the default engine that we've always had, which is what we call the OpenGL legacy. The one that you really need to use to make Windows happy is the OpenGL threaded. So if we actually hit a set, and all of a sudden you'll notice that the viewing is a little bit quicker, and then it just No, it's working. It is a little bit faster. But it's not as fast as the GPU because the viewer's putting it all up onto the GPU. At the moment, we're still using just a newer level of sort of intermediate mode, which is faster, but not as fast as the viewer. We didn't get a chance to put all that technology into V11 because someone kept dragging me off onto things like tri-mesh and shapes and snippets and and Han, of course, he dragged me off onto stuff. I'm not too sure what. Tennis. No, it's not me. That's you and Ben. That's not me. Okay, so
yeah, it should be. The viewer is basically high tuned to use the graphics card, so it runs about 1,000 times faster on viewing some of the things.
And the viewer does require modern hardware, so that's one reason at the moment why we're a little bit hesitant about putting it into 12D model, because there's a lot of our users, we've still got a lot of users even running on the Intel Atom chips, which are an x86 chip. You can't even do 64-bit, and there's virtually no GPUs. All the stuff is just virtually done in software. So unfortunately, I'm still of the view of the belts and braces that I'll keep the old code there as is, and you've got the choices when you've got more modern hardware to tweak up the performance. So that's pipes.